Greetings, this is Jesse from Nintendo Dads with a new Let's Play for an old game. Well, new to Switch. This is Persona 3 Portable, originally released on the PlayStation Portable, which is a slight demake of the original Persona 3 and on the from the PlayStation 2. So from the eShop description, experience no the dark hour strikes twice. Experience the iconic, critically acclaimed RPG that reinvented the Persona series, Persona 3 Portable, now newly remastered for modern platforms. Shortly after transferring to Gekukan High School, the protagonist encounters the Dark Hour. Unfamiliar stillness swallows the city. People turn to eerie coffins, and otherworldly monsters called shadows swarm. When they are attacked by one of the shadows and all hope seems lost, the power of the heart, their persona, is awakened. With this newfound power, they pursue the truth of the dark hour and face the destiny that awaits them. So I have never played Portable. I have played the FES, the first kind of. Now I wouldn't say remake because it's still the same engine. It's just an enhanced version of the original. But that was 8 to 10 years ago. Before the PS4 launched. I played it on my PS3, so I'm familiar with the story. I've just never played it in the portable format. So let's get things started. If it's like 4, the first hour is going to be very little actual gameplay and a lot of exposition. So probably not going to be playing much. And I do plan on choosing the female protagonist because that's new to me. Okay, new song, I think. I don't remember the song. I like this song. The FES version basically had two shorter animated title scenes that would rotate. And then Phases of the Moon is an important aspect of the game, so that's what that little thing at the end was showing us. Alright, let's see what we have for config. I can use stick and the D-pad. I like that in menus. Okay, I will choose English audios. I'm kind of surprised Japanese was the default. In Persona 5 Royal, same options, but English was the default choice. I don't remember having to change that. Okay, I guess I need to confirm that change before I can move on. Automate. Yes. Keep the memory, keep the memory, keep the memory. Reverse rotation of the battle command menu. I don't know what that means. Oh, I kind of like. Seems sharper with up to 5. Okay. Amen. so I can use the joystick or the D-pad. Command menu, sub menu. So that's guide, aura, or map plus, and I'm sure it'll remind me of all this when I need to. So okay, new game. Welcome to the world of P3P. In this game, you can select the gender of the main character. The course of the game will change based on the main character's gender. By choosing a male character, you will be able to play a version very close to the original P3. This is recommended for new players who have yet to experience P3. The female main character added to this game is not just for female players. She is also for veterans of P3 and P3 FES who wants a new perspective. Now choose a gender. I will choose the female. Begin the story as the female main character. Yes. Next, choose difficulty settings. Your choice will not influence the storyline. Choose a difficulty level that fits your comfort level. I will choose normal. I remember when I played it the first time. I also chose normal. The new part of FES called the answer. I couldn't choose normal. I had to choose hard or above, and I couldn't beat it. So I will choose normal. You can change the difficulty level from the command menu. Begin on normal difficulty. Yes. Now please enjoy the game. I'll think about it. This game is a work of fiction. No persons, group, incidents, blah, blah, blah. And there's the butterfly. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you will be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your guide. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Terminal station, evening. The station entrance is buzzing with activity. Meanwhile, elsewhere...
I just put it to my head, pull the trigger. No chickening out.
In FES, this was a normal animated clip.
No, I can't.
Inside the new city passenger train,
Anahazuru. The switching system, today's rail schedule has been greatly altered. We apologize to any customers who were in a hurry. The next stop is Iwa Todai. Iwa Todai.
This is the final train bound for Tatsumi Port Island. Please take care to board before our departure.
You arrived late. It's almost midnight. Something about the atmosphere seems odd. It would probably be best to hurry to the dorm. As you walk from the station, you notice coffin-like objects lining the deserted city. It's an eerily... I missed it. On high school, it was to dorm. This is your dorm mentioned in your admission pamphlet.
Welcome. You're late. I've been waiting a long time.
Unknown boy. It's holding a piece of paper out to you.
If you want to proceed, then please sign here. It's a contract. There's no need to be scared. It only binds you to accepting full responsibility for your actions.
Something is written on the paper he's holding out to you. I choose this fate of mine own free will. Below is a blank to sign your name. Though I like to try to use the canonical name, and I forgot to look it up, so I'm going to do that real quick. One Shiomoi. Interesting characters to use in a signature. Proceed? Yes.
Very well. Time is something no one can escape. It delivers us all to the same end. Wishing won't make it go away, and so it begins.
The unknown boy disappeared as if melting into the darkness.
Who's there? How can you be... But it's... Don't tell me.
The girl is holding something that looks like a gun.
Wait! The lights!
I didn't think you'd arrive so late. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. I'm one of the students who live in this dorm.
Who's she?
She's a transfer student. It was a last-minute decision to assign her here. She'll eventually be moved to a room in the normal dorm.
Is it okay for her to be here?
I guess we'll see. This is Yukari Takeba. She'll be a junior this spring, just like you.
Hi, I'm Yukari.
I am kind of impressed with how fast-paced the audio is. Normally, when they play their audio, there's like a half second to a second of silence before it moves on. But this is just snap, 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 snap. Which, when you have the audio on, is a good thing. But the downside is when there's no audio, and the game just gives you a timer to read. Sometimes it advances sooner than you want. I hope there's a way to tell it to look at the chat history. Persona 5 does that with a left click. I don't remember if this game does or not. We'll find out. And again, because this wasn't animated and FES was, in FES, you as the male protagonist you could see him walking through the city, seeing all the coffins in the area, and acting like it's completely normal. It didn't faze him in the least. You do find out why later on in the story, but here, with everything done in quick snap still shots, you kind of don't get her reaction. So I don't know if it's the same, if it's implied to be the same as the male or not. I will say this isn't the normal dorm.
Huh? Oh, of course it is.
Not quite. It's a co-ed dorm for one thing, and there are other differences as well. I'll explain later. It's getting late. You'll find your room on the 3rd floor. Your things should already be there. I suggest you tuck in for the night.
Oh, I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Dormitory, 3rd floor hallway at the furthest door.
This is it. Pretty easy to remember, huh? Since it's right at the end of the hall. So, any questions?
Does that boy live here?
What are you talking about? Come on, it's not funny.
Hikari doesn't seem to know what you're talking about.
Can I ask you something? On your way here from the station, was everything okay?
What do you mean?
You know what I... Never mind. It seems like you're all right. Well, I better get going. I'm sure you still have other questions, but let's save them for later, okay? Good night.
Hikari walks down the stairs. This is your assigned room. Use the directional buttons or the L stick to move the cursor. Hold down the cancel button to make the cursor move faster. Also, press the guide button to display all the icons that can be accessed. Press the guide button again to hide the icons. Press the command menu button to access config, load data in the title screen. Well, I guess I can't save yet. So, that's calendar. This looks so plain compared to what I'm used to for Persona 5. But that's funny. Alright, so we got phases of the moon shown. Again, they'll be important. Nothing else is listed in the can. Oh, okay. Okay, so if it has the white diagonal, then there's something written in there. Like finals. So what's coming up in April? Full moon on the 9th. Showa Day. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm sure the game will explain it. Dead. Mirror reflects your regular face. You are tired today. You should go to bed early. You are tired today. You should go. Can I leave the room? No. Anything else in here? I guess I have to go to bed. You are tired today. You should go to bed early. Sleep. Knock, knock.
It's Yukari. Are you awake? Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Mitsuru Senpai asked me to take you to school. Are you ready to go?
Totally.
Okay, then let's go.
Inside the news. Okay. Inside the bus, the train.
We have to take the monorail to get there. Bet your last school wasn't like that, huh? This is my favorite part, when it feels like you're gliding over the sea. Our stop is Port Island Station at the end of the line. From there, we walk. Have you ever heard of Tatsumi Port Island? It's a man-made island. They built our school right in the middle. Oh look, you can see it now. Morning. Well, here we are. Welcome to Gekukan High. You're gonna love it here. You're okay from here, right? You should go see your homeroom teacher first. The faculty office is right there to the left. And that concludes the tour. Do you have any questions before I go?
Where's my
I
classroom?
think they're posted on the bulletin board, but I haven't checked yet either. Hey, about last night, don't tell anyone what you saw, okay? See you later.
There are many people standing in front of the bulletin board. Press the sub-menu button to select an area and go there immediately. Please make use of this function to move around. Alright, see if I can talk. There's a lot of kids here. Let's see if I can talk to them. Two students are talking. Hey Kaz, why are you wearing your PE uniform? School just started. You really ought to find somewhere to change into some normal clothes. Yeah, I guess. Okay, fine. Quit glaring at me like that. Hey, where's the bulletin board with the homerooms posted? It's right there. You're in Class F, Kaz. I'm in a different homeroom, so I can't keep an eye on you. I worry about you sometimes. Am I going to get the same conversation if I target her? Don't make me watch you all the time. Who are you, my mother? Huh, the faculty office? I think it's that way. Actually, I'm new here. You should probably ask someone else. Bulletin board. Class rosters are posted. You can't find your name. Look for it again. There's a small note with your name on it. Tone Shiomi, Class F. You look closer and notice that the name Yukari Takaba is also on the list. It seems that you will be in the same class as her. Oh great, I have the worst teacher ever. There's no need for them to post the names of the kids who are going to be in our class. I mean, we'll never see them again after we graduate anyway. What? I don't see my name. What should I do? What should I do? Oh, we're in different classes. Whatever. Hi there, welcome. Okay, that is behind a desk, I guess. I didn't get a good look at it. Talk. You seem interested in what we've got on sale. You must be a new student. I don't have enough bread for everyone, so if you want some, come early. I don't have any customers when school's out, so I can't sell that much. Which one would you like? Yawn be gone. Book cover. I can't afford that yet. I won't buy anything yet. Kids these days don't know how to show respect to their elders. We're their teachers. We've lived longer than them. But Moriyama and her gang had to pull that on me at the very beginning of the term. I'm sorry, sir, but I have to go. It's time to place my order. Even you're shooing me away? Some way to start the school year. I don't think my nerves can take this. Alright, I get it. You want me to order more of those cream-filled breads you like so much, right? You could have just asked. What was the button that... Oh, it was Y. The office, bulletin board. Exam results are posted here. A man wearing a kabuto who looks like a teacher is talking to a foreign male student. Do you see? Every man must have the passionate samurai spirit within him. At our school, we encourage our students to think like samurai in order to accomplish great things. That's fantastic. The teachings of Bushido are important then as they are now. Yes. You may not be a native of this land, but the spirit of the samurai flows through you just the same. They seem to be having fun. Faculty office. Strange. It says this is the library here. But I was just in one down the hall. Was that just another classroom? That's the library. That's the nurse's office. Okay, let's... Faculty office. Enter.
Oh, are you the new student? 11th grade, correct?
11th grade.
Wow, you've lived in a lot of different places. Let's see. In 1999,
That was what, 10 years ago? Your parents? I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to read this beforehand. I'm Miss Toriumi. I teach composition. Welcome to our school.
So this game is set in 2009. And yeah, I did forget about that, but yeah, something happened 10 years ago, which is important later.
My, aren't you polite? Girls like you should be an example for others. Have you seen the classroom assignments? You're in 2F. That's my class. But first, we need to go to the auditorium. The welcoming ceremony will be starting soon. Follow me.
As you begin the new school year, I'd like each of you to remember the proverb, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. When applied to student life, this means...
Principal continues with his speech. You can hear the students around you whispering about something.
I heard we got a transfer student. Yep, I've seen her too. She came to school with Yukari.
I hear talking. I believe it's someone in Ms. Toriumi's class.
Shh, be quiet. You're going to get me in trouble.
Doesn't seem like the rumors will stop anytime soon. Homeroom is over. Your first after-school session is about to begin.
Sup, dude? You look like a deer in headlights.
That Iori? So, I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to Americanize it as much as they can. But I still prefer, instead of calling it junior or 11th grade, they just still call it a second year. Because that's what they call it. It's 3 years in high school. First year, second year, third year. Then you graduate. That isn't a hard concept to grasp. So, yeah. At least in 3, 4, and 5, you always play a second-year transfer student. And then part of your party is third years. Part of your party ends up being first years. Or other. I'll leave it at that. What do you want?
Oh, come on. Let me introduce myself, at least. I'm Junpei Iori. Nice to meet you. I transferred here when I was in 8th grade. I know how tough it is being the new kid. So I thought I'd check up on you. Make sure you weren't freaking out on your first day.
At it again, huh? Honestly, is there any girl you wouldn't hit on? Did you ever think you might be bothering someone?
What? But I was just being friendly.
If you say so. Anyway, some coincidence that we'd be in the same homeroom, huh?
Instead of saying 8th grade, they would just say middle school. Because, you know, at that point, it doesn't matter what year of middle school you're in, it's middle school. I'm glad to have a friend.
A friend? Oh, you mean me? Yeah, I'm glad we ended up in the same class too.
Hello? Did you forget I'm in this class too? Come on, let me in on the fun. By the way, do you guys know each other? I heard you two came to school together this morning. A couple of cuties like you, walking side by side. The whole class was buzzing about you.
Could you just cut it out? I hate dealing with rumors like that. I mean, I'm used to it, but she just got here, you know? Don't you feel bad spreading rumors like that? Well, I've got to go take care of some archery team stuff. Don't try anything funny. You got that, Junpei?
What is she, your nanny? Well, just to clear something up, I seriously didn't come over here to hit on you or anything. If you ever have a problem, you can tell your old pal Junpei about it.
I'll remember that.
Cool. Well, I'll be seeing you around then.
Junpei caught you up into the halls and persuaded you to letting him walk you back to the dorm.
Whoa, check out the jocks on the run. Hey, did anyone tell you about the school clubs yet? Girls can join too, so why not do it if you're interested? You'd be joining as a new member though, so you won't be able to apply for a little while.
You make small talk with Junpei while walking back. There's a sign-in sheet on the counter. You can save your game at the sign-in sheet.
Welcome back.
No data, no data. Well, look. At least this looks better than like the PSP and the PS3 save screens. They did enhance this a little bit, but they didn't enhance it by much. You really shouldn't be outside on your own at night. It's too dangerous. Anyway, you must be tired. You should get a good night's rest. You turned on the television. It's a trend that just might spread all over town. Our next story is about the cherry blossoms. It's springtime, and they're all over town now. The blossoms this year were a little late compared to other years, but they'll be at their peak this week. Oh, hi, what are you doing? Just looking around. Well, there's not much to see. You're probably pretty tired, huh? Maybe you should go to bed early tonight. You're not my real mom. It's the women's restroom. Go in. Classy. Your mind wanders as you wash your hands. What should you use today? It's the men's room. Nothing happens. Second floor hallway. That's the exit. That goes up to third floor. They got a vacant room. It seems to be an empty room, but the door is locked and won't open. Akihiko's room? The nameplate says Akihiko. There's someone inside. Knock. Is that Misuru? I'm busy now, sorry, but can you come back later? Okay. Vending machine? Mad Bull. I wish you were able to see like what the effects do. Like in Persona 5. Anything. You can be able to see what it does before you buy it. Yukari's room, Mitsuru's room, your room. Let's see what's on the fourth floor. Anything? Oh, what's that? More vending machines. Locked room. Ladies' room. Roof. Do not open. If open, close it. Okay. Guess back to my room. Oh, let's see what a town map looks like. You aren't allowed to go outside at night. Well, I still want to see the map. Later, at the dormitory lounge, a young man walks down the stairs as Misuru is reading a book.
I'm going out for a bit.
Hmm?
Have you seen the newspapers lately?
I know. People who had no problems before are suddenly developing acute cases of apathy syndrome. I've seen it in the news quite often lately. They say it's due to stress, but...
Yeah, right. It has to be them. Otherwise, it's not worth my time.
You have a one-track mind. Will you be okay on your own?
Don't worry. I'm just getting a little practice.
This isn't a game, Akihiko.
You overhear a conversation. Did you hear the rumor? Oh, something about a bathroom? No! Not that one. I mean the story about the first-year student. Okay, at least, okay, now they said it right. Not only does she stop coming to school, she does nothing but sit and stare at the walls all day. If her mother tries to talk to her, She slowly mutters to herself, "It's coming, it's coming." How about that? You don't believe me? The first bell has rung. Open your textbooks and we'll take a look at the first novel by Zenzu Kazai. Why him? I'd rather teach Asobo Kotoba. He became famous as a singer, but he's also produced fine literature. Wonder why it's not in the textbook. Well, I'll just bring Kotoba's book next time. Hey Junpei, were you listening? Who did I say my favorite author? Who does she like? Oh, I actually forgot too. Was it Kotoba? That's right, you were listening to me after all. Well, you know how I like to pay attention. Man, you saved my bacon, Katone. You hear your classmates whispering. Katone gave him the answer. She must pay attention in class. You become slightly more popular. Your charm has increased. Class is ended for today. There's nothing to do, so you decide to go back to the dorm. Dormitory lounge. Yukari is already here, talking with an unfamiliar man.
Oh, she's back.
So, this is our new guest. Good evening. My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it? That's why I don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied sometimes. I apologize about the confusion regarding your accommodations. However, it may take a while longer before you receive the proper room assignment. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Oh, something,
You saw something strange. Like what? You were probably just tired. I wouldn't worry about it. It's bad for your complexion, you know.
Something
Do
doesn't
you have
seem
another
right.
question?
Why did you come here?
To welcome you, of course. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's upstairs.
As diligent as always. Although it doesn't hurt to come down and say hello. Do you have another question?
Who else lives here?
There are only 4 students in this dorm. You, Yukari here, Mitsuru, and a senior named Akihiko Sanada. I hope you all get along. Do you have another question?
No, not really.
Then I hope you have a successful school year. Now, if you'll excuse me, you must be tired from all the excitement. You should go to bed early. As they say, the early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the bad pun.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
You should rest for today. You decided to return to your room and sleep. Later, at a certain room in the dormitory.
Working hard? So, how's she doing?
She went to bed a little while ago. She's asleep now. Mr. Chairman, do you think she's...
Well, let's wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
Meanwhile, in the back alley of Tatsumi Port Island.
This sucks.
Upbeat music is playing from the radio that the man threw away.
KJ Radio presents the Bay Tuners. Tune in again next week for more of the hits.
This program is brought to you by Kirijo Electronics. Kirijo Electronics, always there when you need them. The time is now midnight.
I noticed the game in the first few days is forcing you to go to sleep before midnight so you don't experience the dark hour. Because you're not supposed to know what it is yet.
Huh? What the... What's happening to me?
That sounded like garbage. I did not like how that sounded. Back at a certain room in the dormitory.
She's still sleeping. The dark hour occurs every day at 12
Okay,
midnight.
that's not the game's
You
fault.
could say it's the hidden hour. During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is
That's not the game's fault. That's that is. Okay, I'm gonna mute for a minute. Okay, I should sound better now. The game should sound better now. Sometimes my virtual soundboard glitches out, and that's what it sounds like. But yeah, one of the issues I've heard about other people had with the game is the audio quality. It's they didn't like re-record a lot of the audios. It's still like the same samples from the PSP, so it's very low quality compared to what they could do now. But I don't know. Let's continue.
oblivious to all that occurs.
Then she must be...
As you can see, she's retained her human form. She's asleep, but she's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not she has the potential, although she must. If she didn't, they would have preyed on her by now.
Scary.
In any case, we should continue to monitor her for a few more days.
Yes, sir.
I feel kind of bad, though, spying on her like this.
Master Kotone Shiomi. Velvet Room.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place.
Paper you signed at the dorm is lying before Igor.
Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room. You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so. I only ask one thing in return, that you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make.
Is this a dream?
Precisely. You are fast asleep in the real world as we speak. This visit of yours is merely a dream. However, you will come here of your own accord, sooner or later. Hold on to this.
Velvet Key.
There is still one more resident of this room who unfortunately could not be present for your arrival. But I'll make sure you two are properly introduced. Another time, perhaps. Till we meet again.
You felt like you had a strange dream. It's time to go to school. Yo, man, I'm so sleepy today. In times like these, it's best to sleep during class. You ever notice how sometimes taking a nap in class makes you feel more refreshed than sleeping at home? I don't sleep in class. What? Why do you have to be all serious? That feeling of being completely recharged is awesome, but I'm screwed later since I didn't hear the lecture. Oh, but we have classic literature today. That means we're stuck with Mr. Nasty Old Ikuda. I'm Mr. Ikuda. I'll be teaching you classic literature. I'll be teaching you about good old Japan all year. Some people say classic lit isn't relevant to everyday life, but oh how they are wrong. The students, the other teachers, wrong. Nobody really understands classic lit. You feel tired. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Stay awake. Hey, are you all listening to me? Wake up, children. Now open your textbooks. First on our syllabus is Issei Monogatari, the origin of Japanese literature. It is a very interesting story. You youngsters might call it the bomb. No, we would not use that word. I can tell you people are zoning out. You stayed up and listened to the lecture. Your academics has increased. You met Yukari at the shoe boxes and decided to go back together. The mall.
Have you come here before? A lot of Gekukan students come here after school. There's a karaoke box and a CD shop. Oh, and a really great cafe, too. There's also a nightclub, but that's kinda not for us yet.
The mall is crowded with students on their way back from school.
Welcome back.
The moon is beautiful tonight. She mentions the moon. Because I know what happens. It might be nice to read a book while moonlight once in a while. Hi, Tim. A CD shop. Alright, let's... I'm wondering if I'm able to look at my stats, but I don't think I can yet. These network computers were installed when the dorm was built. Their main purpose is to send the school reports about daily life here in the dorm. There used to be a dorm mother here to do stuff like cooking, but there's just us students here now. It'd be great to have somebody like that doing stuff for us, don't you think? You're right. I mean, I'm not a good cook, and Mitsuru-senpai just doesn't do things like that. You know, if you're handy around the kitchen, I bet you'd really like to do something with this place. You turned on the television. Hi, I'm Trish with today's installment of Who's Who. Today's subject is a very dependable-looking 20-year-old woman. Her sister is a camerawoman, and I've heard she's got her camera from her master. Next is news. Pain, pain, go away. Back door? The back door is locked. Will you go back to your room now? I suppose. You feel tired, you should get some rest. You are tired today, you should go to bed early. Sleep. Dark hour. At a certain room in the dormitory.
How is she?
The same as last night.
Very interesting. Even those who have the potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss, disorientation. But this subject is rather unique. She hasn't exhibited any of the common symptoms.
But we're treating her like a guinea pig.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard she's in your class. Wouldn't you be more comfortable working with someone from the same grade? A female classmate at that.
Yeah, I guess. But still.
An emergency call from outside rang through the room.
Command room. Is that you, Akihiko?
You're not gonna believe this. This thing is huge. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right. Be careful.
Akihiko!
I'm alright. Get ready to be surprised. It'll be here any second.
This is no time to joke around.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
Yes, but not an ordinary one.
What the? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room. Takeba, go upstairs and wake her up. Then escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm afraid you'll have to fight.
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari? Go!
I'm going.
My room. That's where I was talking about it, where it scrolls really fast. Let's go take a look. Bang, bang.
Wake up! Sorry, I'm coming in. I don't have time to explain. We have to get out of here now.
What's going
Hurry,
on?
downstairs. We'll leave through the back door. Wait, take this, just in case.
Hikari handed you a long, thin implement. That could be taken the wrong way.
Okay, let's go. Follow me.
Dormitory first floor at the rear entrance.
All right, we should be safe now.
Takeba, do you read me?
Yes, I hear you.
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko saw.
What? Let's pull back.
Second floor.
What was that? It's getting closer. Keep moving, hurry!
Dormitory roof.
The door's locked. I think we're safe for now. Huh?
Stabby!
You gotta be kidding me! It climbed up the wall?
There. They're on the roof.
That gigantic shadow. Just what is it we're dealing with?
Let's go, Mitsuru.
Wait,
That's the thing that attacked this place. We call them shadows. Oh yeah, I have to fight. I can summon mine. No problem. Here goes.
Low poly models. Wow.
Thou art I, and I am thou.
Wow.
What on earth was that?
It's the potential. A sudden swell of power has subsided. Orpheus regained its original form. You have attained a new persona.
Is it over?
Nope.
It's still moving!
A piece of the shadow is heading for Yukari.
No! Get away from me!
Attack using equipped weapon. Use assigned persona as a special ability. Use an item which give instructions to an ally, which I don't have any yet. Currently not available. Okay, status. I only know Bash. Deals light strike damage to one foe. I am weak to electric and is that curse? I'm not sure if that. And then it looks like I get fire attacks when Aggie is. Or I can defend. I attack with my spear. Or that's whatever that is. Alright. I'll do the bash attack. So, yeah. Physical attacks from the persona costs my hit points, but magic attacks from my persona costs SP. Ooh, that did a bit of damage. You felt a surge of energy inside after the recent battle. Your hit points and spirit points have increased. You are now able to create personas up to level 3. So I leveled up twice in one battle. Something inside of you has changed. Orpheus is leveled up. Magic is increased by 1. I don't know what EN is. Agility. Orpheus learned Aggie. The monsters are gone. Whoa, okay. I probably should shut that off.
Are you okay? Oh, come on. Please. Can you hear me? Answer me!
This is the Velvet Room, was it?
It's so nice to see you again. You became unconscious after awakening to your power. I see that it was Orpheus that heeded your calling. That power is called a persona. It is a manifestation of your psyche.
Tim says, that is interesting. I've heard about how they summon their personas in this game, but seeing it in action is strange. What do you mean?
A persona is a facet of your personality that surfaces as you react to external stimuli. You can think of it as a mask that protects you as you brave many hardships.
That's what Orpheus
When
is?
you use your persona ability, you must channel your inner strength. The ability evolves as you develop your social links, your emotional ties with others. The stronger your social links, the more powerful your persona ability. Please remember that. Now then, time marches on in your world. I shouldn't keep you here any longer. Next time we meet, you will come here of your own accord. Until then, farewell.
Jump ahead 10 days. Your head is getting clearer. I've been out for 10 days? You can see a white ceiling. You wonder how long you've been asleep. You feel someone's present beside you.
You're awake. How do you feel?
Where am I?
Thank goodness you finally came to. Oh, this is Tatsumi Memorial Hospital. It's just a short walk from the station. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong with you. He said you were just exhausted. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. But your power, it was amazing.
Tim says, This guy is in the other games, isn't he? Igor? Yeah. He's pretty much in every Persona game, even going back to Persona 1. Yeah. Igor and the Velvet Room are like pretty much what makes a Persona game a Persona game. I don't know if he's in other Shin Megami Tensei games or not, but he's in Persona. He usually has a separate partner or Velvet Room resident as a different one or two in each game. What did I do?
The power you used. We call it Persona, and those creatures you defeated are shadows. Our enemy. We'll explain everything later. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I wanted to tell you that I'm sort of like you.
What do you mean?
My dad died in an accident when I was little. My mom and I aren't exactly on good terms. You're all alone too, right? To be honest, I already know about your past. But it didn't seem fair, so I wanted you to know about mine. It was back in '99. There was a big explosion in the area. Supposedly, my dad died in the blast. But nobody really knows what happened. He was working in a lab run by the Kirijo group. So, I'm hoping that if I stick around long enough, I'll find out something. That's why I'm going to Gekkoukan High, and why I was there when this happened to you. Of course, I panicked and wasn't much help. It was my first time fighting them too. I'm sorry. You wouldn't have to go through all this if I wasn't such a coward.
It's not your fault.
Thanks. But still, here I am telling you all this the minute you wake up. While I was waiting, I thought to myself, I've been hiding so many things from her. As soon as she wakes up, I'll tell her the truth. So, thanks for listening. I've been wanting to share that story with someone for a long time. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'll let the others know you woke up. Oh, and you don't have to be formal around me or anything. Us second-year girls gotta stick up for each other after all. Bye.
Yo, long time no see. What's up? Did you have an upset stomach or something? Are you feeling okay? Dude, I'm just fine. Forget the old Junpei. Sheesh, someone's full of energy today. I could hear you all the way over here. Hey, it's Yucatan. You two live in the same dorm, yet came separately today? Is it because you'll cause too many rumors again? What? I just left a little late. Anyway, I need to talk to her. Bye-bye, Junpei. What? Are you feeling better, Katone? Sorry to hit you with that's the first thing in the morning, but Ikutsuki-san wants to talk to you today. That is a weird one to say. Come to the 4th floor of the dorm after school, okay? Don't forget. That's enough about mammoths. I don't see the big deal. They're just huge elephants. And that wraps it up for the Stone Age. I'm tired of lessons about stones. I'd rather talk about the Sengoku era. Japanese history is not that exciting until then. Though I'm paid to do this, so I've gotta. It's tough being adult. Next is the Yomon period. When do the samurai get their day in the sun? I'll just ask a question at random and call it a day. Hey, Junpei. What was the style of houses in the Yomon period called? How am I supposed to know about something way back then? Quick, Tony, what the heck is he talking about? I don't know? I'll say elevated houses. Wait, I'll say caves? There's no use teaching you guys if you're going to get the simplest questions wrong. Well, it'll be fine once we hit the age of katanas. Well, that's all I get for the wrong answer? He really doesn't care. The answer you gave was wrong. Yeah, how am I supposed to know? Without looking it up. Class is ended for today. There seems to be something important going on at the dorm. You decided to go back early. There's no one in the lounge. You were told to go to the 4th floor. You may now create a quick save data from the command menu. To continue playing from a quick save, click Continue from the title screen. The layout and progress of the current floor will be reset, and you will start at the beginning of the floor. Alright, let's... I'm going to set this to off. So... I'm so used to going up to say yes from Persona 5. Tim says, have fun, I'm off to bed. Maybe a quick game of something, but time for sleep before work. Have a good one. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for watching. Probably I'm gonna go to the conversation up on the 4th floor, and I'll probably end the video there, since I've been doing this for a bit over an hour. Turn on the television. The news is on. Okay, I don't get to hear it. A room on the 4th floor. Yukari, Mitsuru, the chairman, and an unfamiliar male student are sitting here.
Ah, there you are. I'm glad that you're okay. I wasn't sure what I'd do if anything had happened to you. The reason I asked you here is because I needed to talk to you. Please, have a seat. Oh, before that, I believe I mentioned him earlier, but this is Akihiko.
How you doing?
Okay, let me start off by asking you this. Would you believe me if I said that a day consists of more than 24 hours?
Excuse me?
Do you remember the night you came here? You had to have noticed the signs. The streetlights went out, nothing was working, there were coffins everywhere. Didn't it feel like you were in a different time? That's the dark hour, a time period hidden between one day and the next.
I don't get it.
I know how you feel. Who would believe such a story? But the dark hour occurs each night, right at midnight. It'll happen tonight and every night to come.
Normal people don't realize it, since they're all sleeping inside their coffins. But that's not what makes the dark hour so interesting. You saw those creatures. We call them shadows. They only appear during the dark hour and attack anyone not in a coffin. It's our job to defeat them. Sounds exciting, huh?
Akihiko, why are you always like that? You just got hurt the other day.
Now, he does his work well. Long story short, we're the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, SEAS for short. On paper, we're classified as a school club, but in reality, this group is dedicated to defeating the shadows. Mitsuru is the leader. I'm the club advisor.
A shadow feeds on the mind of its prey. The victim becomes a living corpse. They're responsible for most of the incidents on the news, if not all of them.
How do you fight them?
Although rare, there are those who can function during the dark hour. Some may even awaken to a power that enables them to fight the shadows. That's Persona, the power you used the other night. The shadows can only be defeated by Persona users, which means it's all up to you guys.
I see.
I'm glad you're quick to understand.
Zero opens the case on the table. The silver gun gleams uncannily from
What
inside.
he's trying to say is, we want you to join us. We've prepared an evoker for you. We'd like you to lend us your strength.
All right.
I was afraid you'd say no. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad. Oh, I almost forgot. About your room assignment. Why don't you just stay here, in your current room? I don't know what the holdup is, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Hold up. Wasn't that... Oh, never mind.
You joined C's to fight the shadows. A voice rings in your head. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Fool Arcana. You have established the C social link of the Fool Arcana. You may earn an XP bonus when fusing personas of the Fool Arcana. You feel your inner strength growing. You recall what Igor says about the power of social links. The intensity of social links strengthens the power of the personas. Social links. Are these the bonds you form with people you meet? You are still tired from your hospital stay. You decide to return to your room. As you were dozing off, you felt someone's presence.
Hi, how are you?
How'd you get in here?
I'm always with you. Soon, the end will come. I remembered, so I thought I should tell you.
The end?
The end of everything. But to be honest, I don't really know what it is. Oh, looks like you've awakened to your power. And an unusual power it is. A power that takes many forms, yet is bound by none. It may prove to be your salvation, depending on where you end up. Do you remember when we first met? I expect you to honor your commitment. I'll be watching you, even if you forget about me. Okay then, see you later.
The boy disappeared. Morning. Thanks about yesterday. Akihiko-senpai is injured too, and I was really uneasy about working alone with Mitsuru-senpai. Is senpai okay? Yeah, Akihiko-senpai was attacked by a shadow on the day that you collapsed too. He said that he injured his ribs a little. Hikari began talking to you in class. Yawn.
I thought I was gonna fall asleep in there.
Can I have a minute? Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone. I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Zero left as soon as she was done. That was fast.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
Ooh, Yucatan! Do I sense some hostility?
Seems that Junpei was listening too.
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just... Never mind. Let's go.
To a Todai strip mall.
About earlier, it's not that I don't like her or anything, you know? Oh, I'm talking about Mitsuru-senpai. Why's Junpei always have to talk about stuff that isn't any of his business, huh? Plus, he says it all in the creepiest, most perverted way. He's like the poster boy for sexual harassment. You know, last year he...
You continued to gossip all the way back to the dorm. Fourth floor command room. Mitsuru and Nakahiko are already here.
Welcome back.
We were waiting for you. There's someone I want to introduce.
Huh?
Hey, hurry up.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy. What's up?
Ah,
Junpei? Why are you here?
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F. He'll be staying here as of today.
He's staying here? You've got to be kidding me.
I bumped into him the other night. He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently. I told him about us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential? For real?
He found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded by a bunch of coffins. I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing. He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that?
I was okay though.
Hey, don't feel bad. It happens to all us Persona users. But man, I was shocked to find out about you guys. I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kinda lonely, you know? I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join? It'd be nice to have a guy around too, wouldn't it?
Huh? Yeah.
So anyway, glad to join the team.
Don't slow us down.
No worries. Nothing's gonna happen to you as long as I'm around.
Junpei joins
Well,
Cease.
enough with the introductions. I think we're about ready.
Okay, everybody's here. I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Mitsuru and Akihiko were the only Persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5. Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Tartarus? What's that? Sounds like toothpaste.
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
Hmm? It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Relax, I've got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
Ikonon High School front gate.
This is it? This is the place? Why here?
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
That's a big building.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything returns to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
Well, maybe now we'll find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This'll be our first time exploring it. Exciting, isn't it? There has to be some sort of clue in here about the Dark Hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be accompanying us today.
I know, you don't have to remind me.
So this is Tartarus. You decide to enter the tower.
Whoa. It's just as cool on the inside.
But it sure is creepy.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of the stairs.
First we'll have you three get a feel for this place. Why don't you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far. And I'll be feeding you information from here.
We're also going to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
For real? One of us? Oh, me, pick me.
You're in charge.
What? But she's a girl.
Well, she has fought them before.
Seriously?
That's true, but there's another reason. You two. Can you summon your persona without any difficulties like she can?
Yeah, of course I can.
I think so.
These are shadows we're talking about here. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
Alright, let's head inside. Are you ready?
Okay, I need to take a small break. I'll be gone about 2 minutes. I'm not going to answer this question. I'll just leave it here, and then when I come back, I'll answer the question, and I'll do like the first level or whatever it wants me to do, and then after that, the first opportunity I have to save, then that's when I'll end my stream. So again, about a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Are you ready? You betcha.
That's the spirit.
You decide to go through the entrance. A strange door is sitting in the corner of the lobby.
What's the matter?
The velvet key is in your hand, is shining. The key fit into the door's keyhole as if it was being sucked in.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of the nature of your power.
Nature of
Your
my power?
power is unique. It's like the number 0. It's empty, but at the same time holds infinite possibilities. You are able to possess multiple personas and summon them as needed. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. My spare time will soon be scarce. But please, come again of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. But before I forget, do you recall when I mentioned another resident of this room? Tell me, when you think of this person, what do you see?
I think it's a woman.
I see. Then let's bring her out for a proper introduction.
My name is Elizabeth. It's a pleasure to meet you.
My assistant will aid you as well. Until then, farewell.
So in the original game at FES, Elizabeth was the only
Hey, are you all right?
one, but I think in this game it adds a male attendant as well. That's why I gave you that weird question.
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
So the other people can't see the door, and while I'm inside, I just look like I'm blink staring off into space. I open this door and
What door?
I don't see any door.
they don't seem to see the door.
Have you been nodding off? You seem kind of out of it.
Dude, you're supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game. Don't worry, though. I got you covered whenever you need it, man.
Come on, let's go.
You can check your own status by pressing the command menu button. Also, you can save your progress by accessing the clock to the left of the entrance. You can also pay money to heal by accessing the clock. I keep equipment that helps me search for information in there. Please don't touch it. Since Yukari and Junpei have no real experience in battle, make sure you back them up. Don't worry, I won't push you too hard. You'll be just fine. Alright, let's do this. I'll prove that I should be in charge. So, this is Tartarus. Unknown device. It's some kind of device you've never seen before. It doesn't seem to be functioning right now. And that brings me back outside. Are you ready? Good luck. Inside Tartarus.
So, this is it, huh?
I hope I don't get lost.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa, is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out.
Wait, you mean you can see inside here?
It's my persona's ability. I'd like to join you, but the structure of Tartarus changes from day to day. That's why outside support is imperative.
Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any minute. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. Practice makes perfect.
Right!
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Let's begin. Keep in mind, these are real battles you'll be engaging in. Now, see if you can eliminate all the shadows wandering around on this floor. Named medicine. Watch out, I detect a shadow in front of you. Move in and hit it before it attacks you. Press the action button to use your weapon. If you can hit an enemy before it hits you, then you'll have the advantage at the start of the battle. I can barely see it, it's so small.
Takeba has informed me about your power, but nevertheless, you have minimal combat experience. Would you like me to explain the basics of battle?
I would normally say no, but since I'm streaming for others who may not know the game yet, I will say yes.
The primary offensive options available to you in battle are attack and skill. Attack corresponds to the weapon you've equipped, while skill relates to your persona's abilities. Those skills consume either stamina or spiritual power. They tend to have a greater effect. Use whichever option best suits the situation. Keep attacking until you've defeated the enemy, but pay careful attention to your stamina. That's it for now. Did you get all that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then I want you to defeat the enemy before you. Try using both the skill and attack options.
Alright, I'm going to keep them at act freely for now. If I can change how the AI, or I can say direct commands, and then I literally give them each command as probably should do conserve SP at first, but I'll stick to act freely. And I'll just use melee. Since I know this will die in 2 hits, and there are 3 of us, so we shouldn't need our personas yet.
Defeat it!
I couldn't finish it off.
Okay, this was a little stronger than that one. Oh, and I have Aggie now. But I'll stick with Dash.
What a stunning victory!
Enough soul. There should be a staircase nearby. Do you see it? The staircase is the only way to proceed to the next floor. I can't allow you to go any higher today, but please remember about it next time. There's another shadow ahead of you. You'll be at a disadvantage if the enemy gets the first hit in, so try to surprise your opponent and strike first. If you're able to strike the enemy before you are spotted, then you'll gain the initiative. On the other hand, if the enemy hits you first, the opposite will occur.
Now's a good time for me to explain about attack properties, which are important to consider during battle. Do you want to know more? Nearly every type of attack is associated with a particular property. For example, swords can be used to do slash attacks, while bows are used to do pierce attacks. Skills, on the other hand, have different properties. Bufu, for instance, indicates an ice attack. Now, most enemies are vulnerable to certain types of attacks. In other words, they have weaknesses. A fire skill will deal greater damage to an enemy that's weak against fire. With my power, I can analyze an enemy to determine its weaknesses and strengths. That falls under tactics. Do you follow? The enemies you're facing have a weakness that you can exploit. Why don't you give it a try?
Let me see. There's a bit hidden there. Oops. One window. Let's bring this window up front and L for analysis. And then X is rush. Rush, it basically is everyone does melee and only melee. You don't want to do that now, but if you're higher level and exploring lower levels of the dungeon, then it's a good way, a fast way to beat enemies without spending SP.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
So I guess she doesn't give you the information right away. Let's try Aggie.
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable. Attack.
So since I hit it with a strong attack, it downed it, which basically lowers its defense, and then I get an extra turn. So I can Aggie again the other one.
Attack again. Here's our chance for an all-out
And
attack.
now that all of the opponents are down, you can do an all-out attack, which will do what's called almighty damage. It's an attack type that no one has resistances to, us or the enemy. And then as we level up and as we get better weapons, the almighty damage we do will increase. And in most cases, it will take out trash mobs. But, bosses or stronger enemies, just it won't automatically kill it just because you did an all-out attack. Okay, good. I can't tilt the camera up and down, but I can rotate it left to right, so. Seems to be a shadow just around the corner. Approach carefully to avoid being spotted. The map will provide to be quite useful as you explore, so use it often.
Were you able to exploit the enemy's weakness in the last battle? If you didn't already notice, doing so will also grant you an additional attack. Would you like more details?
It's probably going to say exactly what I already said, but I'll still say it
An
yes
enemy
anyway.
will lose its balance if you exploit its weakness or land a critical hit. This will give you the opportunity to perform an additional action. In other words, you'll get to do one more thing. You can keep attacking the same enemy, or if you prefer, attack a different target. And if you succeed in knocking another enemy off balance, then you can act yet again. Which means you can remain on the offensive for as long as you can keep this up. This strategy is essential to securing victory. However, remember this. An enemy that's already lost its balance cannot be knocked off balance again. You can't knock down someone who's lying on the ground, right? It's the same idea. Now, to knock an enemy off balance, you need to know its weaknesses. So don't hesitate to ask me for an analysis. I'll be sure to share the results with the others as well. Got it?
Yep.
Then proceed with the battle. Use what you've learned to quickly dispose of the enemy. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
I was hoping that it would, at least in, I don't remember if it does in 4, but at least in 5, since I know it's weak to fire because I experimented, it will then tell me in the future, but apparently this doesn't tell you that.
The enemy is vulnerable. Keep going. Attack again. Get him. You struck the enemy. enemy's
Here's
weak
our
point.
chance. Let's get him! Get back here, you son of a...
Full time. Mysterious cards have appeared in your mind. So if I select Pixie, so I don't remember what I don't remember what the green one does. The cup, I think it will give me an item, and then if I choose a Pixie card, then I'll get that persona. So I'm going to shoot for Pixie. After a battle, you occasionally have the opportunity to select a card from the one shuffled before your eyes. If you pick a card with a persona on it, then you'll receive that persona. There are other cards, each of which has a unique effect or reward. Keep an eye on the card you want and try to pick it. Press the action button when your desired card is directly in front. You drew Pixie. Kari, Persona Io, has leveled up. So, Daya is a heal spell. Patra, I think, gets rid of status effects. I wish you didn't show me each line one at a time. I wish it would just show it be in one page. Hermes, Persona Hermes, has leveled up. Cleave is a physical attack, and he also will learn fire attacks with Aggie. I detect a shadow up ahead. How are you feeling? If you or other party members is in bad shape, then use healing items prior to engaging the enemy. If you don't have anything on hand, then ask Takaba to heal you. Press the command button to open the menu. From there, you can recover hit points with skills and items. You can use your friend's skills from there as well, so feel free to do so while keeping an eye on their SP. Okay, that's hidden behind my UI again. Let me bring that up. Okay, that's just a description. Skill, okay. Whoops. What? S link. Okay, that's my social link. Status. Okay, there's my academics, charm, and courage levels. There's 6 stages. Okay, in 4 and 5, I think 5 is the max, but here it goes up to 6. Bigger one.
There is a better way to defeat all of your enemies in battle than to attack them individually. You can perform an all-out attack. Would you care to hear more about this?
I'm going to say no, because I've already demonstrated that twice.
Then, that concludes the basics of battle. But there's one last thing I need to tell you. Shadows become stronger the further you advance. If you don't think you can win a battle, retreat at once. There may be times, however, when an escape will be impossible. This battle is one of those times. Good luck.
Persona!
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable. Attack!
Persona!
Yes, the enemy is vulnerable. Attack!
Persona!
A wisely chosen attack.
One more! Orpheus!
You attacked the enemy's weak
Here's our
point.
chance for an all-out attack!
time. Select the cards after they have been shuffled. Right, since I already have Pixie, I'll go for the other one. You have welcomed Asperus into your heart. I am leveled up. Hermes is leveled up. That's odd. Usually there are more shadows on the prowl. Well, at least you gained some experience in battle. Let's go back to the dorm for today. There should be an access point somewhere on that floor. You can use it to return to the entrance. Since there aren't any enemies to worry about, why don't you split up and search individually? Just tell the other party members what you'd like them to do. But if they get too far away while split up, you will not be able to use skills or items on them. Be careful of that. Press the submenu button to issue orders to your allies. When your party members get too far away, their portrait at the bottom of the right will darken, and skills and items cannot be used on them. Also, party members may encounter shadows while split up. While they are in battle, you will not be able to change their equipment. Use this command to instruct party members and spread out and look for stairs, access points, and items. However, if they're not very strong, they can easily fall prey to the enemy. Be sure to keep an eye on their HP.
Everyone, spread out and proceed individually.
Found the access point. What do you want to do? Let's stay
Okay,
here.
then I'll look around.
Since there aren't any enemies at the moment, there's no need to issue that order. Right. Regroup.
Everyone, return to the leader.
Good, you found the access point. Please return to the entrance. Okay. Here you go. It seems you've returned to the entrance.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
I'm exhausted.
It must have hit you all at once. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Wow, I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, I'm beat.
That's because you were bouncing around like a little kid.
Yeah, you look pretty tired yourself, Yucatan.
Not that those two did anything, because I knocked everything out in one round.
I'm still trying to catch my breath, actually.
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry though, you'll adapt. But I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
In any event, by combining your powers with your teams, you are able to stand against the shadows. You feel a bond forming between yourselves. You felt the power of your heart intensify as if in reaction to the bonds between your friends. Rank 2. Your power to create personas of the Fool Arcana has grown. Just like Yukari and Junpei, you feel tired as well. You decide that it would be best to return to your room and rest. Alright, I am going to save it and end the stream. Yeah. Hour 40. So yeah, almost 2 hours. Which is kind of what I expected. That's about how long it takes to get into through the tutorial fights. So what I'm going to do tomorrow night, maybe, but sometime next week. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow. I want to start Persona 4 Golden and kind of play that tutorial and the story as well. So we got both 3 and 4 videos out there before our next episode. Then I'm going to go back to 5, try to beat, I think I'm at the final boss of 5. I don't know if there's any story content after that or not. If there is, I'm in unknown territory here. So, but then once I'm done with 5, then I'll go back to either 3 or 4. Probably 4 because I like 4 better than 3, but I'll determine that later. So, no rage quit today. Thanks for watching.